before we jump into both your passions for dogs and how come like you're changing the industry, Jenna, like how did...
Oh, I just came here to look pretty.
We know that. You got that covered. But you didn't wear the cool shoes. And if you want to see a cool story, they have a cool one. So first, tell us a little about yourself. And then how did the whole thing happen with Jason?
Yeah, for sure.
Because the connection is amazing between the two of you.
Yeah. And I like that. I just want to talk a little bit how you said how when you met us, we're like how we are on social media. I want to thank you for that because that is something we want to be as authentic. And I think with social media, there's so much stuff that is not authentic anymore and people don't know. Right. So that was a good compliment because that is what we're trying to, just show that this is how we are. Like we joke, we make fun of each other, we work together. And
if you weren't like that, you wouldn't be here because we're all about advocating. You know who I advocate for? Are good people that are doing great things out in the world and putting a positive message out there instead of the negativity. There's plenty of negative. We all can be negative. It's easy to be negative. How much harder is it to go against the grain and put out more positive? Yeah. So anytime I see people like that doing, and then I wasn't surprised when you talked about culture and family. Yeah. You exude that from the moment that you see, like, you're great people. Like, that's what it's all about. Yeah. So, thank you. Yeah, compliment to both of you for being real.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. It's, my story is a lot different than Jason's. I was that kid at 18 years old that had no idea what I wanted to do. Right. And I had one parent pushing towards go to college, go to university. Like, if you don't go right after school, you're never going to go and your life's going to be horrible.
We're awesome as parents, by the way. We do great.
I do. Love you, Mom. Calling you out. No, but that's because that's what society has taught us, right? Is like, no, you go to school, you get a house, and you just hopefully work long enough to retire and then hopefully live long enough in your retirement.
Right?
That's what it is. Hopefully. Exactly.
What a great word.
Yes, I know. So I did go to school for about 6 months. I think I went to like 2 classes maybe and then stopped, realized, because I'm on the smarter side with school, like academics, it was easy. So I realized, I can just do this all online. Okay, I'll just study the night before, write my tests, get marked, cool. I'm just not even going to go. Right. And then I realized this isn't what I want to do. I'm wasting my time. I paid out of my pocket for school. And then I'm like, okay, this is not what I want to do.
Do you remember the moment that happened where you're like, I'm done?
It was the first semester in. Like I finished the semester and it just was like, it was more, I wanted to spend my money on other things. Like that next semester I didn't want to pay for. And then I'm like, well, why am I, racking up student loans for something that I have, like, I'm very driven, I'm very goal driven. And so when I didn't have that, when I realized like, well, I'm just doing what people are telling me I'm supposed to do, it didn't align with me. And I made that realization. And then I'm like, okay, what do I need to do now?
How old were you?
18.
I'm going to have you talk to my 17-year-old. I love that. That's great that you're like, I'm not going to go status quo.
Yeah, no, it didn't feel right to me. Right. So, dropped out. And then I just started doing other jobs just to kind of like get some money. Right. Like I want to see what is my passion? What am I good at? So I did some like emergency responder stuff on a different level, more like oil field based. So it was nothing like what they deal with at all. And then I met someone that was a dog trainer, super like, like home based, like it was very like low level, but I was just like, oh, that's a job. Hey, I like dogs. And I think running my own business would be really freaking cool. Right. So I'm like, well, okay, how do I do this? And they're like, well, it's unregulated. So there's no, like, you just figure it out. Right. Sweet. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I don't like that. I like structure. I like, process it. I like all that kind of stuff. So I was like, whoa, okay, how does this happen? And I just started researching and then I found this certification program. And I'm like, okay, I'll spend my money on that. I buy the certification program. It was a waste of money, but that's all I knew. I just like, okay, well, I need to get certified. Right. So I pay for this program. I get certified. I finished the program and I'm like, oh, I knew more going into it. This is not this was not very good, but it allowed me to make some contacts that I got in. So I started working hands-on with other trainers. So then I started figuring out, okay, it just comes from, shadowing others and just getting that hands-on experience with dogs. Like there is an educational part of it. But the true talent came from getting my hands on dogs and being able to, figure out how does this dog tick and what do I need to do to get this result, right? So I did that a bit.
What surprised you as you were learning?
Did that surprise you?
No, I said, what was surprising to you? Something that you didn't expect that you learned?
I think it would be that's a tough one. It's
well, if I gave you easy questions.
No, I know. I'm just trying to think on my feet. Like a good answer would be, I guess, just for me, like the ability of understanding like genetics in dogs and like how much that plays a portion of it. So like training a dog isn't like the be all end all. And a lot of people think that like, oh, they might see a dog and be like, oh, that dog was abused. He's nervous. He's scared. That's why he was abused. Well, no, a lot of it could just be genetics.
Really?
That dog.
It's not always how they are raised.
Yeah, it's not always in how they're raised. I mean, that plays a portion of it, but a lot of it is just. And it's just like us, right? Just the genetics that we have, right? Some of us are going to be more introverted. Some of us are going to be, you know what I mean? So
that's where the personality comes in, right?
Yeah. So exactly, right? Like the fundamental personality, right? Obviously environmentals will, switch that. If you have a dog that's nervous and you have a really good, owner or trainer that's like good at building them up, they're going to build them up to a certain extent, but they're never going to be like the dog that had solid genetics and then solid training, right? So that kind of puts it on a scale, which I think a lot of people don't understand, right? That the genetics are such a component of it. So that's what I learned doing the training. My story is funny because I enjoyed training. I didn't want to shoulder you, sorry. I enjoyed training dogs, but there still was something missing. And that took me a little bit to figure out. So I would train dogs. I had my business going and I just started a business. I totally wung it, right? I'm like, okay, what do we do? Okay, we got to get clients, got to get classes, got to get going. And I was training dogs at a low rate, which that was my first mistake. Charge what you're worth. But, I was charging a low amount to try to get people in.
But you were 18, 19, how old are you?
Yeah, I was 19 now.
Oh, let's go. That's incredible.
I was a baby, but so I was burning out because I'm all my time is going to training and it's such I'm not actually making a lot of money.
Right.
And there, like I said, there was a component missing, which bothered me because I'm well, I'm a dog trainer. I like my business. I like what I'm doing. Why do I feel like something's missing? So because of that, I would kind of I would go off and do other jobs. So my dog training was always kind of on the side.
Got it.
But I would go and I would take other positions to see if maybe that was I'm supposed to be doing that. Right. So
you were experimenting.
Exactly. I was all over the place, just trying to figure out that one thing. And I'm very driven on passion. I want to wake up every day and love what I do. And if it's not that, I don't want to do it. I'm just if I have to do something I don't want to do and it's not going to get me to my goal, I'm not doing it.
If you enjoyed what you saw, like, share, comment, and forward to someone that this will bring value to. Thank you so much for all the support. We appreciate it.